The Darksaber 100% has to be the coolest weapon in all of Star Wars. Forget about the Death Star, forget about blasters, it's the Darksaber. It was so rare and unique, they only ever made one. And I have it. I am really excited to get into this review for you guys. If you end up wanting to pick up one of these guys or a lightsaber in general, go to nsabers.com. That's where I got this one. But let's get into the unboxing for this because it comes with some pretty cool stuff too. All right, so we got the box here. Pretty simple looking, just all black. You got the N-Sabers logo here as well as here. But let's just open the box. I'm excited to see this thing, come on. So we've got a pretty good amount of stuff in here. I'm thinking we just start off with the toolbox, see what's in there. So first thing we got are some Allen wrenches and retention screws. Pretty simple stuff. Every lightsaber is gonna have that. Then we have the USB-C charging cable. I'll take the hilt apart and show you guys how to charge it in just a second. And the last thing is the plate that goes on the display stand. Of course, we got the manual. Every single lightsaber is going to come with it, but it is very important that you look over that. Then we have the display stand. This one is going to be black. They used to have a clear one, but looks like they just swapped them out for this one. You got some gloves if you don't want to get any prints on the hilt. I don't think this one would be able to get any prints on the hilt because it's more of like a matte design, but if you have any like stainless steel or chrome sabers, it's probably a good idea to put this on so you don't get prints on the saber if you're trying to display it or something, but it's cool that it still included it. Then we have the blade here, and it's actually super unique. Compared to all of the different blades that we have, this one is a lot thinner. It's only about 1 centimeter thick, so I would definitely be a little bit more cautious if you're trying to duel with this one. So the blade is 30 inches long, and it's going to look so cool when this thing is lit up. And the last thing we have in the box is going to be the hilt itself. So let's take it out of here. And there it is. This thing looks incredible. First impression is this thing is super heavy. It's almost like you got counterweights at the front of the hilt in the back, and it has got a really nice feel to it. But let's take a closer look at the hilt itself and some of the history of the Darksaber, because I think it's up there for lore for any Star Wars weapon. So looking at the top of the emitter here, I really like how it's on a slight angle. It's such a cool design, especially with those windows there, so when the saber's on, the light goes through there, and it just looks really clean. It's such a nice design to have on there. There's also a guard on here, which makes it stand out pretty significantly. The first sabers that come to mind that also have a guard are Kylo Ren's and Kanan's, and I like how this one's diagonal and goes up a little bit at the top. It's an awesome design choice. And for the power button, there's just one LED button that controls the ignitions, the blade effects, sound fonts, everything like that. I wish there was a second one that was kind of hidden, but this does the job. Then looking at the grip, we have that dark gray design that's raised from the matte black handle. It's a really interesting pattern, and it feels really nice in the hand when you're swinging the saber or just holding it in general. And looking at the pommel here, it is kind of small. Not too much is going on. I mean, we got the sound vents at the bottom. There's that ring that attaches to your belt so you can have it hanging on your waist. But one interesting thing about the pommel is the core is actually attached to it, which leads me into showing you guys how to take out the core to charge it. So first things first, you're going to grab the saber, find the screw that's on the side of the saber, grab your Allen wrench and loosen up that screw. So once it's off, just pull it and it'll completely come out. And once it's out, all you got to do is just plug it into the charging cable that it came with, and that's it. Now, speaking of the core, mine was installed with the SN-V4 Pro soundboard. We are really familiar with this core on the channel. I'd say like 70% of my sabers are SN-V4 Pro. So it comes with the 27 different sound fonts, the 12 colors, 11 ignitions, and 18 blade effects. So the history of the Darksaber starts with Tar Vizsla, who was the first Mandalorian who became a Jedi. He ended up making the Darksaber with an insanely rare black kyber crystal. The Darksaber was one of a kind, and after Tar passed away, the Jedi kept it with them. But during the conflict between the Jedi and the Mandalorians, the House of Vizsla, who Tar was related to, ended up stealing it back, which then leads to Pre-Vizsla wielding it in Clone Wars before Darth Maul wins it in battle, and then that brings us all the way to The Mandalorian Season 3, where Bo-Katan uses it against Moff Gideon, where it eventually gets destroyed, unfortunately because it is such a cool saber. Now we're going to go over my favorite sound fonts, blade effects, and ignitions.
I am told it is the Darksaber.
Skywalker.
So I have it on the Darksaber sound font. We're just gonna go over my favorite blade effects you can put on it.
Wave blade. Fire blade. Unstable blade.
And now we're gonna look at some of the ignitions.
Hunter ignition. Burst ignition. Sputtering ignition.
Now let's take it outside and spin it. So that was the review. I hope all of you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.